More than 9 million tons of grain have been exported from Ukraine since the agreement with Russia was signed in July. Ukraine is one of the world's largest grain exporters, and the resumption of shipping through the heavily mined Black Sea has helped ease the global food crisis. Russia says it's suspending participation in the deal, blaming the drone attack on its Black Sea fleet at the port of Sevastopol in Crimea.
Today, Saturday, at 4:20 a.m., the Kiev regime carried out a terrorist attack on ships of the Black Sea Fleet and civilian ships that were on the outer and inner waterways of the Sevastopol base.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky called Russia's withdrawal predictable and urged the United Nations and others to condemn Moscow for going back on the deal.
A strong international response is needed now, both at a UN level and at other levels, in particular at the level of the G20. Russia is doing everything to ensure that millions of Africans, millions of residents of the Middle East and South Africa find themselves in conditions of artificial famine or at least a severe price crisis.
The US was quick to respond.
Really outrageous. It's going to increase starvation. There's no reason for them to do that. But they're always looking for some rationale to be able to say the reason they're doing something outrageous is because the West made them do it. And it's just not, there's no merit to what they're doing. The UN negotiated that deal, and that should be the end of it.
The landmark agreement between Russia and Ukraine was signed in Istanbul in July with Turkey and the UN as guarantors. The deal was personally negotiated by the UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and was seen as a major diplomatic breakthrough to help avert famine and ease the global food crisis. Recently, Ukraine accused Russia of deliberately delaying the passage of ships, creating a long queue of vessels, while Moscow has complained that its own exports are still not being fully allowed. The UN says it's in touch with Moscow and has called on all parties to refrain from any action that would imperil the Black Sea Grain Initiative. Russia says it's requested a meeting of the UN Security Council to discuss the attack. Michael Voss, CGTN.